insurance industry just like I vilify other industries. I mean, you can read my speeches and you can look at my website and all the information I put out. It's pretty interesting.
Okay, that's good to know. I've been under the impression that you had a pretty hard feeling about the insurance industry, and I think they really provide us quite a service in this country. I will say that I have been well served.
Let me jump in here for a minute, if I may. Next series of numbers begins with 8133 4054. A gray ticket 6566. Another gray ticket 6565. 8256. 8061. 8071. 8069. And we still don't have anybody moving this direction. How about 6788?
All right, that gentleman will be down here, and down here, and we'll see you here. Sir, please.
Good evening. My name is Fred Thompson. I'm from Sierra Vista. I retired from the United States Army 44 years ago. I am tickled to death to still be here. It was interesting to note that both sides can holler and scream when they get excited. I want to thank you for coming to Sierra Vista and holding this meeting. It is a great improvement over what happened in Douglas. I'd also like to note that if you are a local control gal, you should really hate this attempt to regulate our lives even further. You mentioned that illegal immigrants and border crossers will not receive benefits from this health care bill. At least they're not listed in the health care bill. It doesn't say that they will. Will you support a clause on any health care bill that has a chance of passing that expressly precludes illegal immigrants from receiving benefits provided by the bill? You did mention that you've worked hard to protect our borders, and I appreciate that. I wonder, would you sponsor or support a bill that would make it a felony for any person to illegally enter our country or cross our borders?
heavily burdened over the last, it's been more than a decade, because there's been a systematic funneling of undocumented immigrants through southern Arizona. So they built up California with Operation Gatekeeper 2, and they built up Texas with Operation Hold the Line, and they funneled folks through southern Arizona because the belief was that it was such an inhospitable, terrible area that no one would try to cross there. And we all know they have. Last year, the apprehensions for the Tucson sector were 318,000, was down slightly from the previous year, 2007, of 389,000 people, just the Tucson sector. Now, Chief Gilbert and the Tucson sector have done a very good job beefing up security. There's more fencing, there's more patrols, there's now checkpoints. We can get that. Wednesday, we're going to have the GAO study finally that I requested was done with Kane and Kyle down in Green Valley. If you want to come down to that, please do. But we're doing everything we can to get operational control of the border. That being said, another aspect that we have brought to southern Arizona is a very similar program that they had in Del Rio. And that is actually detaining folks that have come in illegally for 30 days. Because what we had before I showed up was a catch and release. People would come in and then you would get kicked to the side of the board. They come in, it was a game, back and forth, back and forth. And now, knowing that there is a fear of detention, that's helping to drive down the number of people who are attempting to cross here. Now that didn't come easily. We work with the marshals, we work with the federal judges. I mean, that's a collaborative system that is new and I believe responsible for a decrease by about 200,000 people year to date, which is really good news for the Border Patrol and good news for all of us.